Stephen Wayne Rochon, U.S. Coast Guard, Rear Admiral. It was so different, one being in that historic house. And I wasn't always a student of history. That happened way back when, as a lieutenant commander, my first year in Washington, D.C., and someone asked me to come to a Coast Guard event. It wasn't quite a ball then, but it was an inaugural event to educate people on accomplishments of African Americans to the Coast Guard. And I said, why me? You know, in school, history wasn't my favorite subject. And so, but there was another challenge. So I spent late nights in the historian's office, the Coast Guard historian's office, digging up all this information. And I asked the historian, I says, well, where can I find some information on contributions of African Americans to our organization? So he pointed to this file cabinet. There was a little folder this big, labeled blacks, in the entire historian's office. And so I poured out this folder, and there were these fascinating photos of people that went back to the 1800s, former slaves that did some heroic rescues. And I got so attached to that, I couldn't wait to get to that ball, to share all this great information that no one knew about. And now, 27 years later, I'm writing a book about these great people that fell out of this folder, these 7 brave men who were former slaves. So history became a part of me from that moment on. So to go to the White House and be able to walk through those rooms and learn from the White House curator the history about all the paintings and the furnishings in the rooms and what happened in those rooms. I think I gave more tours in my off hours than the visitor's office, because I had more relatives and friends wanting to experience that. But it was more than just giving them a tour and walking through the house. I was able to learn the history of every painting in there, enough to share. So the experience of working there, I don't know if I have the words to describe what it meant to drive through those gates every morning. Sometimes at 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, leave at midnight. But you didn't worry about the time because of where I was and what I would be doing. Not just the events, but even the day-to-day things.